2, 1.
We're live.
And we're
No.
live.
She can give you a 1.
CB is really messing with our heads today. I guess there's no intro again. And then she just said we're live. So we're live. Welcome into 4 quarters. Kickoff. A little late tonight because, well, gosh darn CB for working all the time.
She's a real
Oh, this is a really appropriate shirt.
Well, just say this. CB used to have Wednesdays off. She now works 5 days a week. I'm not sure she's liking it yet. I mean, I'm sure she's liking her job.
Yes.
But I think it's the 5 days a week.
I got it. My brain still. Sophie and I both have to get used to it.
It takes time.
Yep.
It does. So welcome in. Welcome into our 4 quarters on our 4 quarters Facebook page, 802 Scoops. And again, we are free on YouTube. Subscribe to us. It is free. Usual cast of characters, Wheels to my right, CB, and the squirrels behind her, which we never named them. I don't know where to start, so I think I'm going to throw it at Wheels here, because I feel like we've frazzled CB enough for some shout outs.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you go next.
Yeah.
Okay.
CB seems like she needs a minute.
Okay.
She did come in here hot.
She did come in here hot.
I get
So
it.
talk to me, bud. What's
All
going
right,
on with you?
So I got some shout outs here. First of all, I don't follow boxing. I don't know if you do.
I used to when I was younger.
Okay.
But no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to be transparently
So-
honest. I don't.
I don't either. I mean, I know the greats and like the stories of some of them. But apparently there's this big, huge thing. Netflix is airing it. This big, huge
Tyson?
yes, Mike Tyson
Yes.
versus, is it Jake Paul? I
Yes,
think that's his
Jake
name.
Paul.
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul, yep.
Who
CB knows boxing.
Okay. All right. Hey. So apparently, I guess there's like a docuseries on Netflix about both of them training for this, and it follows them and their training process and all that. So this Friday night, 8 o'clock on Netflix. It's free. Usually you have to pay for things like that.
Yep.
58-year-old Mike Tyson
58.
is
Yep.
gonna
Same- Jesus.
battle 27-year-old
Yep.
Jake Paul, who is most famous for being a YouTube sensation. Okay? Mike Tyson in his career is 50-6 with 44 knockouts,
Oh my God.
44 KOs. Paul is 10-1 with 7 KOs.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. All right. All right.
I ask you, will this go the full 8 rounds?
No. No.
I don't think, I don't care.
Tyson can't go 8 rounds.
He
He
can't.
can't. He
Age,
can't.
I can't
I don't
go
care.
one.
He's got to win by TKO.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I
Otherwise,
said.
He's going to
losing.
land
That's
one.
what I said.
Yeah.
And it may not be real.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Right.
Honestly,
Okay. But he's going to land one.
Jake Paul has everything to lose.
Everything.
Mike Tyson's just here for the money.
Right.
100%. More
100%.
exposure.
And you can't
Yeah.
blame him.
He's
No.
out of the limelight.
No.
Yeah.
Limelight.
But and I
limelight.
said the same thing. I go, but everyone's like, well, he's in such good shape, blah, 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 blah. I said, that's wonderful, but he's still 58.
Yeah.
Age still plays a factor,
Yeah.
regardless of how much shape you're in. So he must win by a KO or he's not going to win.
Yep.
That's
for sure.
That's
I
my
agree.
opinion.
For sure.
I agree. And
So-
trust me, when you approach 60, everything hurts. You watch how you're going to go down 5 steps
Yes.
or jump off a deck. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
He can't go 8 rounds is my point.
I
In a
agree.
roundabout way. That's my point.
Yeah. I mean, I had to walk down the stairs at work the other day sideways. Because my knees hurt from running the
old
damn
are you
dogs.
And she does run
Going
the
downstairs
dogs.
way harder.
Yeah.
I see, because it gets dark so early
Right.
now,
Yep.
I see the light go by my front window.
Yeah.
And I see dog. And I go, oh, there goes Jody. Man, you were fast last night.
Last night I was.
You were fast. There was 2 laps, and it's not a small lap at all. And I'm like, there goes Jody. Same dog?
Different dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, bud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
God bless you.
It's
That's
yeah.
why you're going down the
That's why.
stairs.
So I woke up. My knees hurt a little bit. My
Gotcha.
hips hurt from dogs sleeping in between your legs, and I'm like, "Yep, this is me going down the stairs
Oh my
sideways."
God.
But whatever. I digress.
It's okay. We all digress on this show.
We
We do.
It's like
It's
the theme.
Name of the show.
I also have 2 shout outs to 2 Otter Valley athletes.
Nice.
So the Rutland Herald came out with their Field Hockey Player of the Year, and so the Rutland Herald covers a certain area.
Yep.
So Brianna Bovey, a junior from Otter Valley, was
Nice.
named this year's Player of the Year. She scored 23 goals and had 14 assists this year.
Wow.
Her first game of the season, she had 8.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So, she is the third Otter Valley player in a row to win this award, which I think is just a sentiment to the Otter Valley field hockey program. It's always been good. When I played, we won state championships. We were very good.
You won state championships.
I am keeping an eye on Brianna Bovey and her career goals tally.
Catching up to you?
I'm a little nervous. So I've held the Vermont State scoring record since I graduated in 19 something. And every year every few years there's this player that comes along and people are like, Jody, like, you better pay attention. Yep. Like, it's coming. Is
she, what grade is she?
She's a junior, so she has one more year. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
And she had how many goals in her first game? 8. Jesus,
Wow.
Mary and Joseph. How close is she? Do you know?
I do not know. So
we'll figure that out.
I need to ask.
TBD.
My record is 65 as a career. So
Wow.
65 points, goals. Got it.
Yeah.
And she had how many? 28.
She had 23 this season alone.
Wow. Okay.
So
we don't know her tally for.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I'm a little nervous. My Mama Wheels is like
Mama
really
Wheels is
on edge of this. So you
know
that
I gotta go trip her a couple times.
Every game next year, my mother is going to read the paper to see how many goals this kid has.
This is amazing.
Because she's like,
this.
Jody, she's getting close. How many goals did she have?
Do you tell Mama Wheels, even though records are made to be broken?
I do. Yes.
I mean, but I get it.
Right.
I get
so
it.
I get it.
I get it.
So I'll be, eagerly, nervously anticipating the invite to the game that she could potentially break my record.
Right.
So we'll see. But congratulations to her. Also, to senior Lucas, I believe you say Polentano. He signed his letter of intent to play at Rutgers today.
Good for him.
Full ride. The kid is awesome.
Nice.
What a golfer. He was
love golf.
the youngest Vermont amateur champion at 17 since 1999. He's won 3 consecutive individual titles in Division II. The Otter Valley team, he led the Otter Valley team for their third state championship in 4 years. And his sister also was a outstanding golfer. She now golfs for Middlebury College. She won the amateur women's title in 2022.
Wow. And let me take back, I said I love golf. I don't play golf.
I don't
love
either.
watching it, but I love golf in Vermont and what it's done for these high school kids.
So this kid is awesome. Just an overall great kid. So congratulations to him.
Nice.
I'm sure he had numerous offers. He said he loved the coach. He loved the team there when he
Felt
went
right.
to visit. It just, when you know, you know.
Yep.
So,
Felt right. Yep.
Congrats to him. And this is going to shock the world. I have no Caitlin
I
Clark
was
shout
just
out.
about to ask you that.
None.
Somebody's going to chime in.
0.
Somebody's going to chime
so
in.
if somebody,
it's going to be Karen.
I mean, I'm sure Caitlin has done something great in the last week, but I don't have one. Everyone, I don't
write this down.
I do not have one. I'm sorry, CB. I know you depend on me on a weekly basis.
Shocked.
11-13. We made it through 2024 with one.
Woohoo! Don't worry, I'll be back next
CC.
week. I will dig up and find something.
Wow. Nice job with the shout outs to the high school kids. So
Yeah.
really nice job.
Awesome for them.
CB, we're going to throw the flag your way.
Okay,
Yep,
I got a
the
couple.
flag's in
So
the bag.
first, we'll throw it to this two. Hold on. The first one, LaMelo. Did you guys hear about what he's doing?
Nope.
LaMelo is donating 250 pet meals for every point he scores this season.
Well, that's awesome.
So the last time
Nice.
we
LaMelo.
looked,
We're talking LaMelo Ball here, right?
Right?
yes.
I'm sure his
Hornets.
father is like, what are you doing?
So
Right? I love that.
So the last time this was posted 5 days ago, he
Okay.
had scored 225 points so far this season, meaning 56,250 meals will be delivered to
Wow.
pets in historically marginalized communities around the country.
Good job, LaMelo Ball.
So
That's awesome.
And he's having a hell of a season so far.
yeah,
Yeah,
shout
he's
out to
awesome.
him,
Oh my God.
that's
Dog
amazing.
lovers, cheer for the Hornets and cheer for LaMelo Ball.
right? And then The other one, Karen sent me this one.
Is it changing?
No.
Luana
see. I
don't know what I'm doing.
Bertolucci. She's back on the pitch with Orlando
Why is it not working?
Pride after completing her final round of chemo in October for
Oh my God.
lymphoma.
Yes.
So
Huge shout out to that.
Another-
shout out.
another shout out, also
don't know why the
huge
remote's not
because
working.
so
Now I'm irritated with it.
also for reference, the NWSL playoffs have kicked off. Orlando moved on, beating Chicago Sky. So they're on to the semifinals. They're going to play Kansas City, who beat North Carolina Courage. So that game, Orlando versus KC, is going to be on the 17th at 3 p.m. And then Washington won over the Bay. And then New York, New Jersey, Gotham FC won against Portland. So it's going to be Washington against New York, New Jersey on November 16th at 12 p.m. But Luana is going to be playing she'll be at the semifinals. The next shout out I have is their dogs.
I don't know why that's
Also,
not
Lori
changing
gave me
color.
some updates on the two dogs.
Is it Marshall and Abigail.
Or pending-
Marshall and Abigail are pending a
Thank God. Well done to whoever is making it their forever home.
I literally was about to bring both of them home, and I don't know if I would have. They are in foster homes to foster. And when I went on to check to show a couple of coworkers, I saw the pending adoption, which led me then to. I'm going to turn it back to you.
My brain. Our pets, our doggos of the week come in. They're Maverick and Goose. They're golden retriever. Is the other one a lab or I don't know?
I think they're both golden.
They
may
both
have a
look
little
goldens.
bit of lab. One's
both
2
look-
and one's 4, I think.
Yep.
So
So Maverick is 2 and Goose is 4. They're the defending tag team champions, so they do have to stay together. They are a bonded pair. They specialize in cage matches, meaning they do need a fenced-in yard. But guys, they are so
stinking cute.
So
they
cute.
are house trained. They
Yep.
have these please guys, keep them together. They're
Ashley
adorable.
Pelkey, do you hear me? Ryan, I get it, but I think you can make it work.
They're
Sorry,
already house trained. That's the hardest part.
went around to some of my coworkers, and Ashley Pelkey was all in.
Yep.
But the fiance was like, let's look at this realistically here. You coach hockey, he put it in real form because she goes, oh, he was so smart about it. I'm like, whatever. You have to be smart about it, Ryan.
Why is this,
Just bring
what's
the
this
dogs
common
home.
sense stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Come on
nobody
now.
gets a dog and use common sense.
No,
You
not at
just
all.
get it.
I said, you tell him I'm going to go on and bash him on the podcast then.
Jen says, I heard Caitlin hates cats.
She does.
She does. She's terrified of cats.
Yes.
So Jen's going to give Caitlin a shout out.
That's
and
a shout
funny
down.
One. That is a shout down.
But yes, I did read that today, so I couldn't shout that out.
Yep.
Because, she has a fault, you guys. She doesn't like cats.
Karen says Jody gets a cupcake only because we're taking a break from Cece. Karen, I already downed one cupcake in the 30
I
seconds
didn't have a shout out.
that I got in.
Oh! That was mean.
Karen, cupcakes are delicious. I downed one in about 30 seconds. Celine says, oh my God, how cute. They're up for adoption. Hit up Team Golden Hugs.
Right?
Celine would love
Go
it.
for them.
Oh my God, oh my God.
They're so
she would be
cute.
perfect.
Celine,
Oh
you
my
would
God,
be perfect.
Celine.
They're the perfect ages, too. 2
Yeah.
and 4, perfect ages.
And then they could be friends with Avery
Yep.
at
Oh my
ball
God,
games.
I love it.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my God,
Celine,
I love
make it happen.
My last shout out, because I forgot, my brain. Shout out to
My brain.
Lily Johannes. This is big news for the U.S. women's national team, the
I
soccer
knew it was
team.
soccer.
I know, I was like,
So she is this 17-year-old phenom. She's
17.
She's 17. She's a phenom. She plays the midfield. What's interesting about her was she didn't play in the Olympics because she was not sure which senior team she was going to commit to, the U.S. or the Netherlands.
Okay.
So she played for the Netherlands, I believe, in her youth. She's 17.
I was going to say.
But you have to commit, like once you play a game for a country, like you commit to that country, playing your senior on the senior team at that country.
Okay.
So she committed to the U.S. So this
Nice.
is going to be outstanding.
Nice.
News because you need a strong midfield. So that's going to be exciting to watch her.
Got one of my whiteboard questions. I already know what CB's going to say.
That's all the shout outs I have though.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, I'm going to wrap up fall sports with football from last weekend in Division 1. The CVU, Champlain Valley Redhawks, finished off their undefeated season with a 41-12 win over the Rutland, I think it's Raiders.
Yep.
Rutland finishes the season at 7-2 in Division 2. The upset of the weekend,
This game,
of the day.
I would have loved to have seen this
Right?
game.
The Division 2, number 1, Rice going up against number 3, Fairhaven. Fairhaven comes away, the Slaters, with a 35-22
Damn those Slaters.
win. They're good at everything.
They are. It's annoying.
We say it about Hartford, too.
They were our rivals at Otter Valley. It's annoying.
Got to give the South credit, right? In Division 3, number
boy.
1, Woodstock, who was, again, going for an undefeated season along with CVU. Finishes off their undefeated season with a 65-14 win over number 5, Otter Valley. Still, Otter Valley got there.
They
Come
did.
on.
They did.
Come on.
I mean, it was a brutal. It was 46-0 at halftime.
Oh, jeez.
They
But
got there, and
it's-
Woodstock was undefeated for a
right,
reason.
exactly. But Otter Valley, they can't hang their heads because they were a 5th seed.
Right.
Nobody ever thought they would
Great
get there.
season.
So great season for those young
Outstanding
athletes.
season. We're going to give continue to give some shout out to the dogs here as we approach the second quarter of 4 quarters. Our first one is going to go shout out to one of my coworkers, Kate Gaylord, who will be adopting. Her name is Eleonora, so we're going to call her Ella. We're going to call her Ellie.
Love
we're going
it.
to call her Nora. Or Trevor, her husband, calling her Little Lady already. She will be arriving the week after Thanksgiving from Texas. And look at little Ella or Ellie or Nora.
So cute.
Or
She's
little
so
lady.
cute. Or little lady. I love it. She was hoping to get Ella next week. No, the week of Thanksgiving, but they had to push it out as they're finishing up giving her all her vaccinations and shots. So a big shout out to Kate and her new addition. We're going to give a quick wrap of Halloween, and we're going to show Miss Avery, Wheels' dog, who is one of the most loving dogs I've ever met in my life.
Ever. Yep.
And she quickly learned that to get everyone's attention, she should lay in the pool where all the candy was. The kid,
Correct.
right? You had the
Yep,
candy
yep.
in the pool.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
So we had because we get hundreds of trick-or-treaters. So we had a kiddie pool, threw all the candy in it so we wouldn't have to hand out candy.
And the kids were all going to the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Right. So the kids
Yep.
would like look at Avery but want to go the candy first, clearly.
Yep.
So Avery quickly learned that if she sat right in the middle of the pool,
Oh my
then
gosh.
she would get attention.
Guys, she's adorable and
So
really
smart.
And
So
really
smart.
smart.
And
She
really
was
smart.
literally the hit of Halloween.
my
Like we
God.
literally
Come on.
had people come over and they're like, all we hear about is this dog. Can we see your dog? Can we pet your dog? She
Oh my God.
Amazing.
I
I
love
love when they put like the ears back and they're
Amazing.
Just, like, the
She-
butts wagging.
slept for days. She was exhausted.
it. And she
But
is all that. She's such a
she's
sweetheart.
a great.
We gotta bring her in one of these days.
We do.
Put her right here.
Yep. She would sit right
be
here.
right between us. I'm going to give a shout out to my pup, who's 13 years old, Bo.
Oh, Bosef.
That was him when it was daylight savings. He was like, I don't want to deal with this, so, and it's getting cold,
that.
so I'm going to cover my nose up. And on the heels of that, a big shout out to Kirk Herbstreit. If you
Yes.
love college football, you know who Kirk Herbstreit is. He played for Ohio State University as well. But I have been watching for the last month and a half. He brings his dog Ben everywhere with him. Everywhere. He's got the special pass. He's on the set with him, whether it's the college game day set or up in the studio because Dad's doing color commentating. Ben has always been there. and we have loved watching Ben during this college football season. What we didn't know was that Ben was sick.
Yeah.
We did not know that. And he was getting chemo. I don't think radiation, but he was getting chemo.
Yep.
And we started hearing about this 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden it was posted everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
College football fans went nuts when Ben passed. And Kirk Herbstreit was as transparent as any pup parent could be, and he broke down on College game day. They did they put a collage song together for him on
so
College
sad.
game day. A lot of colleges had a special tribute to Ben. And he said, I have had dogs all of my life. My entire life, I have had dogs. But Ben was different. Ben was one of one. He was smart, loving, gentle, patient, inquisitive, and welcoming to all. Always a big smile and a soft tail wag. He and I could communicate. He and I understood each other and had each other's backs. We all have had pets in our lives, all of our lives, and there is always this one.
There is.
There is.
Yes, agreed.
Mine was Bailey, but Bo has helped me. I took a day off on Monday, and it was Bo Day for me. And if we would just look at life through the eyes of a dog,
Right.
this world would be
a
a better
much better place.
It
Yeah,
would be a much
100%.
safer
Yep.
place. It would be a much loving place that we live in. Please adopt dogs. If you have dogs, spend time with them. Look at life through
Yeah.
their eyes, like Kurt got to do with Ben. I also watched a video of him getting off the elevator at a hotel and just saying to Ben, "Where's our room again?" And it's like a minute video.
Yeah.
And the room literally wasn't like right there. It was like 8 turns.
Oh, wow.
So they'd get to the end of a hallway and he's like, "Are we going left or right?" And he wouldn't tell, and Ben would tell him, let him right to
Dogs are
the
so
door.
smart.
They're amazing.
Dogs are so smart. Rest in peace, Ben. God bless you, Kirk Herbstreit and Ben. You guys have added so much to College
Oh,
game
yeah.
day.
So much.
You really have. And the pictures that CB put up, there's a picture of them on the field, but the one where he's kissing his paw.
So
oh,
cute.
My
So
God.
cute.
Oh, I just get goosebumps just thinking. And you go on Facebook and there's a lot of pictures of Ben.
Oh, a lot.
A
Yep.
lot of pictures
Yep.
of Ben. Shout out to Greg Popovich, the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Pop has stepped away from the game. He did suffer a mild stroke on November 2nd.
Oh, wow.
And he is probably one of the, if not the most beloved coach in the NBA.
Oh, God,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Yep.
quick recovery to
Yes.
you, Pop. The Atlanta Dream have hired their coach,
Who they are?
Carl Smesko, who is the head coach at the Florida Gulf Coast University. He has been there for 23 years.
Oh, wow.
So good for Atlanta for going outside
Yes.
of the W. He has made Florida Gulf Coast into a mid-major powerhouse. And all he wanted to do was thank the women that he has had the privilege of coaching for 23 years.
Wow.
Big jump
Yep.
for Coach Smesko, and we wish him nothing but the best.
Here's my quick question for you guys.
Yes.
Now that the W is getting all of this attention and all of this money, more teams, are we going to see more male coaches now?
I don't know.
That's a good
That's a
question,
very good
CB.
question.
What say us? I think so. I do. Because where are we at right now? Would you say 50-50? I'm going to have to figure
even-
that out.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
have to check.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't think
Because
so?
Tyler,
Right.
just got-
For, who's he going to?
Chicago.
So there's another male coach.
Kurt is now the GM. He's not going back to.
Right. That's a good question.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see.
It'd be very interesting. Yeah.
Because what's neat in
'Cause
college
you're
is
right.
you're still seeing, like, even like when powerhouse coaches like a Tyra Vanderveer step down, they're still, their sidekick is, you know,
Correct. Slides
shifting-
right in. Yeah.
Slides right in,
Yeah.
which is nice to see. And we've seen that quite a bit. That'll be interesting to see. That's a good question. We're going to have to watch that closely. My portion of best things I've heard. You got a good one? or
I
you
do
got-
have a good one.
I have
but
a funny one.
We
Oh,
all
we all
have
have one.
something.
Yes.
Go for it, though.
Mine is an Aaron Rodgers, best thing I've heard, because I think I do one a week.
He has one every week, I think.
Aaron Rodgers said after their loss on a Sunday to the Cardinals, who spanked
Killed
them,
them.
he said, "We're just really bad." There's been
No shit, Aaron.
there's been a lot of emotions this year, for sure. I asked you guys, is that his way of saying I'm about to walk away from this
Oh,
game?
100%.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
CB, what do you think?
Yep, and he's gonna cost the Jets millions.
Millions.
And I'm
Yep.
so excited.
Yeah.
And I think the Jets owner, Woody Johnson, just wants to get ambassador to some country like he had in Trump's first go around, so he can get the hell out of the U.S. and
Yeah.
not have to run the Jets. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
They need to start from the bottom up.
you know,
And,
Woody
like-
that said to us 3 weeks ago the season was just
Right,
starting once they
right.
got Devontae.
Right. There's no reason the Jets should be that bad.
Nope.
There's no reason.
No.
Nope.
Like, even their defense has suffered, which
Yes.
was one of the best defenses in the NFL for the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
And now they're playing to the level of the offense, which is just brutal to watch.
Right.
My thing is,
And how?
they don't want to. They don't. I don't know.
I don't think they-
toxic. If you have a toxic locker room,
Right.
Right.
it bleeds over.
Right. And he is just
Let's
that.
face
You've got
Let's
Garrett
face it.
Wilson,
Let's face
Devontae
it.
Adams now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you've also got,
Brees
in
Hall.
my eyes, one of the best running backs in the game in Brees Hall.
Yeah.
Yep.
My God, and my offense would be built around Brees Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I said after that big win over the Texans on Thursday night of Halloween that they were going to turn their season around, and they still might. But after
Ugh.
last Sunday, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Coach Dan Campbell of the Lions, whom we love,
Love him.
they had just traded for Zadarius Smith, the defensive end of the Browns, who did not play for Detroit in their game in Week 10. But originally that was Cleveland's bye week, and he had some stuff he was taking care of. So, again, Dan Campbell was asked, why didn't you play Zadarius Smith? And he said, because we're taking a long view of the season. And this is the quote I love from Coach Campbell. We got 11 games left here, and we're
Love that.
going to need him for every one of those games. Now, we all know that the regular season has less than 11 games.
Yep.
So Coach Campbell is saying, as the 1 seed and getting to the Super Bowl, we have 11 games, and we need him for the long haul. I freaking love
I love
that.
it.
I mean-
love him. He is the
I
most
mean-
confident man.
Oh, my God.
I
He has
just-
every right to be right now.
Right? He does.
Oh,
Because
my
every
God. I
right
got
to be.
goosebumps.
Jared Goff had the worst game of his career.
I didn't realize he had 5 interceptions.
Yeah, and they still won.
And they still won.
The
So,
Kickers had a wild weekend, man.
wild weekend.
My last best thing I heard, and it's not, I feel bad for Joe Burrow. So obviously they scored with 38 seconds to go and went for 2. On the 2-point play, Burrow tried to hit Tanner Hudson, but the pass fell incomplete. There was no flags thrown on the play, but there probably should have been 2. Bengals tight end Mike Gesicki got grabbed by Ravens defender, which easily could have been called defensive holding. On the same play, Burrow also took a shot to the head by Ravens defender. Joe Burrow said the next day, I just don't get those calls my way. Like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. His
Patrick
point was,
Pat Mahomes.
and Patrick Mahomes.
Even
His
Josh
point-
Allen.
Yeah. Was he does not get those calls. Can I also say the best thing I heard that night was at halftime, I got a text that said, Joe Burrow is dead to me. And then
I may have said that.
and then I think CB and Wheel stopped watching.
Yes.
I went on to watch the second half, which to me was the best game I've seen so far this year. The only sad part was that the Bengals didn't pull that game out. Then the best thing I read the next morning was Joe Burrow is alive and well.
You just got to admit, when, literally dead to me.
Oh my God.
And then I went to bed and he was dead to me. And I woke up.
Gosh.
Alive and well and
Alive
kicking
and well and-
400 and how many TDs?
He had 4.
4 TDs.
He had
4 TDs.
fantasy points, almost 39.
That's
The
wild.
quarterback is crazy.
Cincinnati not get either call.
I don't.
How did
The
they
face
not?
mask one is so,
So,
Obvious.
obvious. Like,
obvious.
literally right in front of
my
you.
God.
I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
So I'm going to throw, you have a best thing
I
you
do.
heard.
So-
I love that. I love this.
So I do. I just have one. As soon as I read it, I was like, oh, this has to be on there. So this comes from Devon A-Chan from the Dolphins.
The Dolphins running back. Love the kid.
So he's wearing the Guardian cap now.
Yep.
He didn't start the season with it, but now he's wearing it.
Good.
Smart move.
Okay. So when asked by the Miami media this week about his decision to wear the Guardian cap, he replied, "My quarterback thinks my name is Tanner. I've corrected him plenty of times, but he still looks at me every time and defaults to Tanner," A-Chain said, scanning the room. "So let's just say I'm doing what I can to protect myself and hope Tua does too down the road before another hit turns me into Preston."
Oh my God! I gotta give
Come
him.
on!
I gotta give
actually
him.
say that?
I
got
really
to.
hope he actually
Someone
said
fact check us, please, because
Oh
that's
my!
he's become
God.
my hero if he
Right?
if he actually
Oh my
said that.
God.
My quarterback calls me Tanner.
Oh my!
I died laughing probably for a good 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Oh God! We'll
my
fact check
gosh.
that
Right?
some other time, but for now, that's funny.
that's
good
really
stuff.
funny.
CB, you got one too?
So mine is a little bit of the best thing I've seen this week.
Oh, okay. Because we didn't have one of those.
And I've given them shout outs in the past because, so I'm shouting out LASIK eye surgery. Who I got my eye surgery 10 years ago.
Okay.
Had great vision, went to grad school, vision went down the hole. Anyways, they do a lot of their advertising. A lot of their advertising campaigns has been people sending in like recommendations for like referees or umpires who need LASIK eye surgery.
Yep.
It's genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Oh, God,
Genius, yeah.
My favorite one is for Daniel Jones.
Oh, here we go. I knew we couldn't get away without Daniel
they have a
Jones.
picture of Daniel Jones, blindfold over his eyes. We do not have any locations in Germany, but we'll be ready in New York, New Jersey when you get back, Daniel Jones, to see if you're a candidate. We've treated numerous players in the NFL who are loving their vision. So it's genius campaign. Genius campaign. So shout out to LASIK. They're great eye surgery. So if you want some LASIK eye surgery, go for it.
Right?
I can't say anything about Daniel Jones.
Are you finally done?
I'm done because now they're thinking of benching him in the bye week to protect themselves, meaning the Giants organization. There's something in his contract.
Yep.
Something about if he got hurt. Same thing that Russell Wilson went through with Denver. So we may not even see Daniel Jones play another snap
Oh, that will
for the
be
Giants.
really
So sad.
So sad.
And
But can we not win any games, please?
I watched that
we
game.
need to tank.
I
was
watched
talking to
that
Jordan.
game.
I was talking to Jordan.
Yep.
And she, after that game, she finally sent me a text. She's like, "I think I've finally given up on the
And
Giants."
she's a diehard, her and her husband.
She is. She's a much better fan than I am, or ever will be. But I told her, I was like, "We just need a tank. We just need a tank."
Yep. You're
There's
sitting at
no
number
other
2
reason.
right now.
There's no other reason to ever try to win any of these games.
No. Because
Here's my question. Did you guys watch the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of it.
Did you see when it was, and this isn't Daniel Jones, this is your play caller.
Yeah.
It was 3rd and 1, and Daniel Jones lines up in shotgun.
Yep.
And I'm going,
Yep.
what are you doing?
Right. Yep.
You do that on 2nd and 1,
Yep.
and it was a trick play.
Right.
It was a flea flicker
Yep.
that went array. What are you doing? It's
Yep.
3rd and you do that on 2nd and 1.
Yep.
Then on 3rd and 1, you're under center.
Yep.
Running back, Tracy's right there, power through
Right.
for that first down.
Yep.
What the hell was that?
I did not get to watch Annie Agar's video yet this week.
Oh my
Did you guys
God.
I
wa-
did.
Did it make the video?
I think it did.
Any of the Giants game?
it
had
The
did.
to.
Giants game did
Had to have.
make the video.
I'm
yes.
trying to, did that particular play, I'd have to go back and listen
I don't
again.
think
I have
that
to watch it.
Because I spend the whole time laughing so hard that I can't
You
remember.
miss half of it.
Yes, I miss half of it. But
she's
I
brilliant.
stood there and went, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 1 and you're in the shotgun, and then it was the whole
Right.
flea flicker.
Well, and you're
Sorry.
3rd and 1 with Daniel Jones in the shotgun.
And you think he's going to throw?
Right.
You think he's going to throw?
You just
What are you
don't do
doing?
that.
He is just freaking terrible.
So
I just can't.
I then was like, what is Dable doing? Because doesn't he?
So
Does he
He's done. He's gone.
he should be gone.
Jones is gone.
I
Dable's
try-
gone. The offensive coordinator will be gone. Like they need
Well, they
to
gotta
clean
clean
house.
house.
Clean house. Just clean house.
We need the number 1
Both
pick.
New York teams need to.
Yes, we need the number 1 pick.
Hey, and
There's
so
no.
you know who else needs to? I'm just kidding. I'm going to go off. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Who else
was
needs to
thinking-
tank? The Cowboys?
No, I was saying the Yankees need a clean house.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But that's
But
never going to happen.
Not going to
They
happen.
were in the
but
World
it's not
Series.
happening.
Right.
But it's not
We
happening.
will touch base on
Yeah.
the Yankees and the Mets now that we're talking about both New York football teams. I digress because I got to back up quickly and give a shout out to the Burlington Free Press, who came out with their All-State for girls soccer.
Nice.
So I wanted to just keep talking about that Richford
Right?
Falcons
We
team.
can
I
just keep
just
talking
want to
about
keep
'em.
talking about this is All-State for Division 4 from the Burlington Free Press. So Kyrie Dusso and Michaela Shagnon both made it. This is All-State. This is the entire
That's
state.
amazing.
So a huge shout out. And Kai, we forgot to mention, and she was so humble, as they all were.
Yes.
She had the hat trick in that Division 4 state championship game. All 3 goals coming in the second half. So staying with the All-State, I just wanted to give some shout-outs to some local girls as well. For Harwood, Anna Brundage, the goalie, senior goalie, Briley Rutledge, who we spoke glowingly about. For Spalding High School, Mia Dolan, Sophie Goriello,
Very nice.
Taylor Keel, Molly Moran, and for U32, Sylvia Emmons and Clara Wilson. So a big shout out to those young ladies for making the Burlington Free Press All-State.
Very nice.
Love
well
that.
done.
Love
Congratulations.
That. Love that. Next, I think because we just said the Giants and the Jets need to clean house, I said to CB, what do the Yankees need to do in the offseason other than
I'm like, there's
Juan
really
Soto.
one thing they need to do.
other than
Besides
re-sign Juan Soto? So I'm going to tell you what I read recently that the Yankees should do. Number 1, re-sign Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody is supposedly in. Now the Blue Jays and the Red Sox are in on Soto. I think it's going to go down to the Yankees and the Mets.
Me too.
The Dodgers, they keep mentioning the Dodgers. I don't see it.
No.
No.
I just don't see
no.
it.
They don't. They just don't have the money.
No.
For the Yankees, they need a big bat at first base. I've heard Pete Alonso.
I saw.
I've
that
heard
too.
that. I heard that
I saw
rumor
that
as well and
too.
saw that rumor. Yes.
saw
If
that.
he leaves the Mets, I will be crushed. There's only one place I would want him to go, and that's crosstown to the Yankees. So I'm all in on that. Christian Walker, first baseman for the Diamondbacks, is also on the Mets and Yankees radar. He is 33 years old, but he is also averaging 30-plus homers a year. But do you really need a big bat at first base? Because
No.
you guys got a lot of big bats.
No.
So I would see Pete Alonso because he's a great clubhouse guy too. So you're
Yeah.
losing Rizzo. If you got Alonso, solid. Rebuild the bullpen.
Yes.
Reinforce the rotation.
Yes.
Figure out second base and the other outfield spot.
Move
But
Chisholm to Move.
Well, Torres has got to go.
Yeah. Move Chisholm to second.
Yes. And then
Because
we
that's
need a
his
third
natural
baseman.
position.
can I
Yeah.
throw 2 names
And
out
then we just
before
need a
you
third
keep
baseman.
going?
Sure.
Caleb Durbin and Jason Dominguez. Do they factor in? Because
Dominguez.
Because
should.
yeah, but I mean he plays. He's an outfielder.
played center field most of his.
My thing, and we've talked about this. Move him out into center. Move Judge to first. Move Chisholm to second. Get a third baseman.
Oh.
And then you have Oswaldo playing the utility man.
Now, do you like this Durbin kid? He's batted .275 this past season, 10 homers, 31 stolen bases in AAA. I think it was AAA. Second baseman by trait, but could pretty much play anywhere.
Yep.
Aaron Boone is talking about these 2 young prospects, that they are going to be a big part of it.
I mean, Jason Dominguez, yeah.
Yes.
100% Dominguez should be.
1,000%.
Okay.
But like, I don't. He sounds like a Oswaldo Cabrera-esque player.
Okay.
Where his average is okay. He doesn't. Oswaldo has more power, but he's also fast. So I'd probably rather, and he has more experience. I'd rather have Oswaldo, and then
Okay.
make those other changes, and then get a third baseman.
Not Blake Snell in your rotation.
No.
No,
No.
I text these guys. That was the
No.
rumor of the day. Haven't heard it since then. There's always going to be a rumor of the day this
Yeah.
time of year.
Always. Yes.
yeah. The irony is, technically, we have a lot of starters. Technically.
Right. You do.
We
Yeah.
do. 100%.
Good starters, meh.
Aren't there 2 Yankees up for Rookie of the Year as well?
Hill and the catcher. Oh my gosh, the catcher's name is.
Well, see, I didn't write that one down. I don't remember. But your team went to the World Series, and you've got 2 players up for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
The future is bright. And we're talking about definitely...
Austin Wells. He's the
yes.
catcher.
Yeah. He looks 40. but
He
he's a
does.
rookie.
He does.
He
100%.
literally looks
How
40.
old is he?
He's like,
99. He's like 25.
when they said he rookie and I saw his, I was like, but he looks 40.
He looks
Great.
10 years older than I do.
Yeah. I was
at
like,
34.
okay, Austin, all right. I would love to see the Yankees do something I feel like they've never done as a franchise and actually get a player that steals bases.
Right.
Yep.
Like, we've never really had one.
Yep.
Like, Ricky Henderson, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Dominguez, he had 16 stolen bases
Yeah.
on the
I
year,
mean,
too.
I would just like us to
Durbin
get
had
some, like,
31.
singles hitters in between our power hitters.
I agree.
Volpe should be that.
Volpe, yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Should be that.
Chisholm can be, he has potential, and he's fast.
Yes.
But, like, we don't need these guys to come in and
I
hit
just need an average
30
hitter. I just need a
home
Jeter.
runs.
I just need a Jeter.
Right.
Thank you.
I just need a Derek Jeter.
You both are
That's
exactly.
all we need. We
That's
have
how I
the
feel.
power.
Yeah.
In the future, you guys are in the World Series.
Yep.
You've got good
And as
prospects
long
here.
as we're in the regular season, Judge is amazing.
Right.
It's literally, I mean, we could say these things should happen, but number one, just re-sign Juan Soto.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Start there.
You've got 2 up for Rookie of the Year. I just mentioned 2 in AAA that should be a part of it,
Yep.
as Aaron Boone said. Maybe get another arm, but rebuild your bullpen.
Yep.
Yep.
That's probably the second
100%.
thing.
100%.
Okay.
Get a, well, I mean, if I wouldn't be mad if Weaver is our new closer,
Oh, me neither.
but
I just, it's Juan Soto or bust.
That's
honestly.
exactly it.
Like,
We have-
if we
just
don't
be
get
the-
him, then forget
just
it.
be the evil umpire again.
Yep.
People
Yep.
are going to hate you anyway.
Just be the team that everybody
I mean,
hates.
listen, Dodgers are getting probably going to get another amazing
Yep.
Japanese pitcher.
They
and it
probably are.
pisses
It's
me off to
between-
no end.
It's between them and the Padres.
Yep.
Pisses me off to no end. Because this kid
Roki,
is
am I
amazing.
saying it right?
I think so.
Okay.
But he's got like a 99-mile-per-hour fastball.
Mets want
He's
him
got,
bad, but I'm like, you're on
he's-
the wrong coast.
And he's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Otani's
wrong
going to get
coast.
him. It's going to,
Yep.
he's going to get everybody there.
going to be the Dodgers, a.k.a. the Japanese national team.
Yeah.
That's who I want the Mets to get, to be honest. But
Yeah.
and they're all in on him.
yeah.
And Soto. I would not be upset if the Mets did not go in all in. David Stearns, the president of baseball operations, Cohen has wanted him forever. Gets him. Last year he had no money to spend.
Yeah.
Stearns is the one saying no to Soto,
Yeah.
but we all know he doesn't sign the
checks.
paycheck.
Right.
You know, Stearns would rather go out and build that starting rotation, which I 100. Corbin Burns would be the first call I
Yes,
would
100%.
100%.
Yep. 100%.
There's a few trades that they have on the back burner as well for starting pitchers. Great,
Yep.
because they need 2 or 3.
Yep.
Alex Bregman, I wouldn't mind him coming in, but that would move Vantos to first.
And I wouldn't do that.
It concerns me a little bit.
I
It
wouldn't
does.
do that.
But I like Bregman too.
But yeah, but
I do.
I really like Vientos.
Me too.
And
Love
he's
Vantos.
young. And he's
Yep.
young.
They are talking about trading Beatty because, you know, he just didn't, Brett
Yep.
Beatty didn't factor in.
Yep.
Loved the kid. Loved the
Yep.
kid. I think the Mets, like the Yankees, need to fill an outfield spot as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to see them keep Alonso
They should.
and keep Vantos at third. I think if they choose not to, I think it is going to be Bregman that they go after, and I think
think so, too.
Vantos would then move over. And I don't want Acuna to be traded.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard his name. They got him
gotta
in the
give him a
Max
chance.
Scherzer trade, I believe.
They got to give him a chance.
You got to give him a chance
You
at
gotta give him a
second.
chance.
I would love that middle with Lindor and Acuna.
Yep.
I think Acuna's name's going to come up a lot if they're trying to trade for a big-time pitcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're talking about we're talking about the Jets and Giants starting all over.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Mets and the Yankees, and they just got to tweak.
Right.
The Mets more.
Yep.
The Yankees, it's a few tweaks here and there,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
more than anything, you got to back up that Brinks truck and
Yes.
re-sign Soto.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to drag it out. He should.
Yep.
because his next contract's going to be, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So you want to get wine
Right.
and dined and treated like a
Can't
king.
blame him.
Nope, don't blame him one bit. I think it gets dragged out through December. I'd like to see the
it's
middle.
definitely going to be winter meetings.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be winter
So
meetings.
I know you guys are upset with your Yankees, but gosh, but I like what you said about, can we get some base hitters on
Yeah.
our team?
Yeah.
Not just power
Average.
hitters.
No.
Yeah.
Not
No.
a Christian Walker. And can we get some of these young kids? You're injecting youth already.
yeah.
And can we manufacture runs
Yes.
on the base pass?
Yes.
Because our batting average with runners in scoring position was disgusting during
Yes.
the postseason. It was disgusting. If we weren't
right.
hitting it out of the park, we weren't scoring
Correct.
runs.
Right. And you cannot.
Exactly.
We
when-
live or die by that.
And
we
when
have for
Judge
years.
completely disappears and he's your number one home run guy
Yeah.
and he disappears in the postseason, you got to find other ways to
Right.
score runs.
I agree.
Christy popping in saying, "Boo, Yankees just came by to start shit." XO. We miss you, Christy.
Christy, you love doing that. We
miss
miss
you, Christy.
You say whatever you want. You give us some Tom Brady talk too, okay? Because I
dear.
know you want to. I know you want to. All right, as quarter number 3 wraps up, we always dedicate quarter number 4 to the NFL. Yep. News of the day for the NFL is that Anthony Richardson is back. This should be the best thing I heard, because when Flacco was named the starter 3 weeks ago, Coach Seiken said he gives the team the best chance to win.
Correct.
That was what Coach Steve Seiken said about Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're back to Anthony Richardson. As the head coach, you better be careful.
Yep.
You really better be careful, because you're going to start to lose your locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them couldn't understand why you weren't writing out Anthony Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what a class act Joe Flacco is.
Yep.
So you had the other part of the locker room that said, oh, yeah, he does give us our best chance
Right.
to win. And now you're going back to Richardson for the remainder of the season. You are in that 8th seed in the AFC. So you're basically saying to the young kid, I screwed up. I messed
Right.
up. I'm sorry. We're in playoff hunt, though, and we're going to give you the leather back.
Right. Do you think that call came from him, or do you think it came from
higher ups?
The higher ups,
I
because
think
they
it
have so
came
much
from
invested in him.
The higher ups. I do.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because Flacco was floundering a little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
agree.
little.
Not a lot, just a little. I think it came from upstairs, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tricky. And now he comes back to play the Jets in his first game back.
I mean,
Oh.
they should win.
Yeah.
a lot of pressure on him.
Yes.
So if you're a fantasy football player, CB, do you pick up Anthony Richardson?
Well, no.
No.
Kathy says, "Congrats, Lori, on your fantasy win this past week."
Oh, thank you, Kathy Thurston. And
Why
as,
is she's setting us up? Ooh. Because she's all like, congrats, like you did great. And you know what? Because she's waiting for playoff time.
I think we did.
When she is like,
We
down to it.
messaged each other because she did say to me her team is going down the ... And I told her basically both of our teams sucked this past week. They really did. My highest scoring player was the Eagles defense
oh, wow.
that I just plucked off the waiver wire because I needed a defense. They got me 20 points.
Solid.
I played Matthew Stafford because Kyler Murray got 4 points the week before. He had 28 points this week, Mr. Murray did.
Yep, he did.
This is why
And
fantasy, I'm telling
I
you.
had to watch Monday Night Football like this to see what Matthew. I needed 10 points from him and 10 from Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Or I needed 20 from one. But that's how I was playing it in my head. And Cooper Kupp had his 15 points.
Yep.
And Matthew Stafford had 1.5 points at half. And I had to watch and cheer against Miami almost until he almost threw for 300 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0, and got me 9.7, and I was able to win by like 5 points,
Yeah,
8
I
points.
saw that.
It wasn't a lot.
Kathy says, "Ha ha ha, Jody."
It's okay, because Joe Burrow got me 39 points, and I still lost.
Damn.
So,
Right.
because you want to
That's
know why?
funny.
The team I was playing against had Lamar
Lamar
Jackson at
Jackson.
quarterback, and he had 32 points.
Oh,
You washed each other out, and that
Yeah.
sucked.
yeah.
The only reason I beat Kathy was because, well, Jalen Hurts still does what he does in fantasy. and he still
Yeah.
had 28 points. But Saquon Barkley, who never
did
has a
nothing.
down
He did
week,
nothing.
had a down week.
He did
That's
nothing.
it.
Derrick
He
Henry
does
did
what
nothing.
he's been doing.
He's
she
hit
easily
what,
beats me.
He's been
She
what,
easily beats
rushing
me.
what, like 100 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy says relying solely on my kicker.
And poor Kathy is not going to get out of CD Lamb what she got out of him
No,
last year.
unfortunately.
Nope.
And she won our
Season's over.
championship against me with CD Lamb alone last year. And I mean,
He can't see
he
because of
can't
the
see.
sun.
He can't see.
Did
He
you
needs
see
some
what
sunglasses.
And
Brad said?
Cooper Rush is his quarterback
Yeah.
now. So yeah, I don't know.
And,
I don't know.
And yes, that is the helmet fridge.
Yes.
Yes.
It is the helmet fridge.
Does the helmet fridge have drinks in it?
It does not.
Sadly, it
if
does
we
not.
open the side where it pops
Let's
open,
see.
it is empty. We'll move Jamar Chase. You can fit a good 4 or 5 drinks
You can.
in it. It's not even plugged in, but
No.
it works great. Trust me on this.
Keeps them nice and cold. Don't
On
you
the
worry.
back deck in the summertime.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Before we get to Whiteboard Wednesday and 6-pack of picks, oh, I was going to do that, but I want to do this for you Giant fans first. If the season ended today, you'd have the number 2 pick in the draft. Jacksonville Jaguars would have the number 1 pick. The mock draft on CBS has Travis Hunter going to the Jags, which would be fabulous. Shador Sanders going number 2 overall to the
I
Giants.
saw that.
What say you?
I say
Too early?
Too early.
Yeah.
No, because I am going to still pound the table, and we don't even have time to talk about college football this week. Even though the University of Miami lost, Cam Ward is the real deal. I thought he was a scrambler. He can run. He's a big stud, but he is a pocket passer, and he's fun to watch. Jalen Milroe in this mock draft on CBS is picked ahead of Cam Ward, and I'm not sold on him.
Well, if he goes to Cleveland, I say have fun
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
because you're going to go there to die.
Yep.
Jalen Milroe is
I'm not
the
sold on him at
Anthony
all.
Richardson of the
Yes.
draft. We agree on that.
Yes, I do not. I am not impressed with him. No.
And the Cam Ward to me right now, a lot of football left to go, a lot of pre-draft stuff left to go, but very impressed. I sat down and watched Cam Ward for the entire game, and I was very, very impressed. Georgia Tech, I knew it was a trap game. Knew they were going to lose that game. Knew it. Carson Beck, though, the Georgia quarterback, was Heisman, going to win the Heisman, preseason this. I've watched him 3 times this year, and I don't, nothing. I see nothing.
Zero.
I see nothing from that kid. So you would not be sold on Shador as of right now?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I honestly, if right now, if the draft was today and the Giants had the first pick in the draft, I would trade it and get a quarterback that's already in the NFL.
Okay. So you're
Nice.
going
I like
veteran.
that.
That's what I would do
I like
because
that.
we do not need. There's no good quarterback in college football right now that's worth a number 1 draft pick.
Would you guys be open to signing Justin Fields, who should
Yes.
be a free
Yeah.
agent?
Yeah. Oh, I 100% would.
100%.
Yes.
Okay.
You
Yep.
teased me by saying, "Oh, I
know I
heard
did.
trade rumors."
Ow, that tone. That is not a nice tone.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
CB.
tired.
I heard it. I thought it was fabulous.
I did.
I'm
too.
like, Giants should totally trade for Justin Fields.
Oh, 100%.
Steelers
It
would have
made
got
so
a
much
draft
sense.
pick.
It made so much sense.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a free agent, though.
Yep.
I don't see him re-signing with the Steelers.
No,
'cause they're
he
all
wants
in
to
with
play.
Russ. Yeah.
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 Yep.
I would love that.
So you're not, you guys, I like that.
I just don't think there's not a quarterback in this year's draft that's worth a number 1 pick.
Okay.
And I think the Giants organization as a whole is not good enough right now for a young quarterback to come in and like learn and lead them. I feel like it's a Bryce Young situation and we throw him to the Wolves.
Yep.
So I think we should trade the pick, get an already like veteran quarterback,
I like it.
and get some more picks for
Yep,
it.
more draft
More
capital.
draft capital.
Maybe you get somebody back. You guys have got good receivers.
We
Malik
do.
Neighbors
We do.
is the real deal.
Yes.
We do.
I like Tyrone Tracy. I know the
Yep.
poor kid fumbled on Sunday, but
I
I
know.
like him.
I felt
Yeah.
bad for him.
I
He was
felt
in
bad for
tears.
him.
Yeah.
But I really, really like him.
I like
Yeah.
him a lot. Skill position right there. Defensively, solid. Giants
We're getting
are
better.
solid.
Yeah.
But spend your draft,
Yep, that's what I would do.
tidying it up. I like that, Wheels. I like that a lot. I like to look at the mock drafts.
Yes.
You know me and the drafts and college football. Speaking of college football, Georgia is the one team that fell out
Yep.
of the playoff picture if the season ended today.
Yep.
Probably one of the best teams. LSU looked like a high school team
Oh, my
against
God, I was
Alabama.
so disappointed.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
I stopped watching. I was like,
What was the final score? 42-13?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Awful. SMU is not bad. I
No.
watched them play. Colorado is fun to watch.
They are really fun.
fun to watch.
Really. Well, the rumor I heard, and Stephen A. Smith, I think, even said it, he thinks that the Cowboys should draft Shador and then hire Dion.
Oh.
That would be hilarious.
That's what he thinks should happen.
Where do you think Bill Belichick's going?
He might go to the Cowboys.
Of course, I've heard that rumor.
Yep.
Yep.
Micah Parsons threw McCarthy under the bus.
right under the
hard.
bus.
Yep.
And ran him over a few times
Oh,
after.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they fixed it, though, the next day. I'm
Oh,
like,
yes.
They didn't.
He's gone.
McCarthy's
He's
like wiping the pie off his face, going, oh, we sat down like men.
He's freaking terrible.
He's gone. He's gonna be gone.
Again, like, what's his nuts
my
from
God.
Chicago? They
I'm
both should have been
shocked.
fired last year.
I
Yes,
know.
yes.
I'm shocked he's still even a coach.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. So last week's pick six, CB, you won
Did
with
I?
5.
Holy.
You had
I-
5
the
out
Giants.
of 6.
The Giants is the one.
Is
I
the
got
only
wrong.
one you got wrong. You had the Ravens.
I should have picked them.
You had Pittsburgh. You had the Cardinals, 49ers, and the Chiefs. We all had the Chiefs. Wheels, you went out on a limb, though. I
did.
got to give you credit for
Yeah,
that.
for, like,
You went
two
out
down.
on a limb with
Bucks.
Tampa in that 49er game.
which was a good game.
It was
Great
a
game.
Great game.
Kudos to Baker Mayfield
Oh,
for literally
Right?
being in the game and having no one to throw to.
No one. I really honestly thought 2 things. Tampa was going to beat the Niners as it got to crunch time, and Denver was going to beat the Chiefs.
Yes.
And that would have made my Sunday.
100%. I would.
And then I got the text messages from you guys, which I agree. 35-yard field goal is a chip shot.
Right?
Yep.
You guys just set yourself up perfectly to win that game.
Yep.
Mama Wheels, what is the deal
Oh
with
my
your
God.
Chiefs?
So I was like ragging on my mom. I was like, your boys are about to
Yep.
lose, blah, blah, blah. And then that
Shut up.
happened. And then my phone was blowing up. And I ignored her. I was like, I don't want to hear it.
Wheels, you did pick Washington over Pittsburgh. I questioned that game as well, even though, you know, I'm a big Pitt fan. That was a first down. That was a first down
Yeah, what
where
are
they
you
gave the Steelers.
Doing.
I'm like, that was a first down. The officials screwed that one
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm all in on the Steelers, but what a game. I picked the Jets. You guys picked the Cardinals, and what a demolish. What an absolute
Yeah.
demolish. We all picked the Ravens. We all picked the Chiefs. So CB had 5, 4, 3.
I'm in the
CB and I are tied at 37. You're just 2 behind us. We do this all season
All
long.
season.
Yeah. Kathy says I'd welcome Bill Belichick.
I'm
sure she would.
I agree. Can Jerry Jones relinquish some power?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we shout out me who finally won a friggin' bet?
What bet
good
was that
job.
one?
I have to bring it up because I can't remember.
Because you don't tell
anything
us
right now.
anymore because of the
Right.
podcast jinx.
No, but I texted to Lori.
Oh, you did?
I did. Remember?
You did.
Hold on.
I'm going to let you find it, though.
One.
It
It
was-
was Derek. So it was the Thursday. It was
Thursday's game.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
Thursday's game.
Oh,
So
good job. Just focusing on
Yep.
one game.
Yep.
Yep. So I needed Derrick Henry to get 60 rushing yards.
Oh, and he barely.
Yeah, Lamar to get 175.
was
Joe
easy.
Burrow to get
Yep.
225. Jamar Chase to get 60. Derrick Henry to get a TD.
Phew.
And the Bengals to win by 10.5. With a 10.5 spread.
10.5 point spread.
Oh.
I gave them a cushion. I gave
10
them a
and a
cushion.
half point spread.
Because you can do an alternate spread.
And can I just say, after the first touchdown to Jamar Chase, wouldn't you kind of blanket him?
You would think.
After the second one, wouldn't you kind of blanket
who else
him?
would they be
11
shocked.
catches.
He was amazing.
For
Yeah.
276 yards and 3 TDs. So you know what I say to the fantasy football league that I am in? Shame on all of us because we all passed on Jamar Chase in round 1.
Yep. The
I
last
woke up
pick in the
thinking
draft.
that, and
in the
Shai
first
said, hello,
Yep.
I'll take Jamar Chase. I did 100 mock drafts. And whenever Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson fell to me, which was very rare because I was trying 7 and 8 spot out, I took Chase. I always took Chase.
Yeah.
So fast forward to our draft night, they both fall to me. And I'm like, this shouldn't be happening, but it is. I freaking took Justin Jefferson, who got me 9 points last weekend.
I was going to say,
not 60.
He
Yeah.
did nothing.
Chase had 60 fantasy points.
in
That's
our league.
insane.
And I don't know
insane.
if everybody in our league did the same thing that I did because Jamar Chase was holding out.
Right.
Oh, yep.
Which,
I think that had a little to do with it,
but
maybe.
we all knew
Yeah.
he wasn't going to hold out for the whole season. And he has Joe Burrow throwing
Yeah.
to him, not Sam Darnold. And I'm a big backer of Darnold's, but
Yep.
it's Joe Burrow, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So shame on our league.
Yep.
All right, a 6-pack of picks. First one up, tomorrow night's game, which I can't wait for, Washington at Philly.
Oh, it's going to be such a good
It's going to be
game.
such a good game.
Sorry.
Keeping you awake, CB.
Jeez.
So
Can the Commanders lose 2 weeks in a row?
they can. Do I think they're going to? I cannot pick Philly, so I'm going with Washington.
All right, Washington it is. I'm going,
I mean, Washington should have won the Pittsburgh game. So
right.
I'm going to go Philly. They're going to disappoint me.
I'm going to go Philly. I hate to, but I'm going to. Way to go out on a limb
I'm going
again,
out on
Wales.
a limb again. I have to. I got to catch up.
This is one of the best weeks for pick
Oh,
six.
100%.
Baltimore at Pittsburgh. And can I just say one other thing? Pittsburgh was at Washington. You guys do know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Did you see all the fans there?
Yeah.
Yep.
It looked like they were at Pittsburgh. Come on, Washington fans. Stand up and
Pittsburgh
be proud of your
fans
team.
are.
They travel.
They do.
They
yes,
travel.
they do.
They didn't have to travel far.
No.
But those terrible towels were waving 80% of the
Yeah.
fans there.
Yep.
Easily in that game. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I digress.
Kathy says Washington.
Yeah, Kathy.
All right.
Good
I'm
job.
gonna write that one down. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. This is such a grudge black and blue game.
Yeah, it
too.
is.
Yeah, it's going to be
It should
it's
be
gonna be a
high
brutal game.
scoring,
It's going to be a brutal
but
game.
it might not be.
I know.
It really might. I know Baltimore's secondary is like Swiss cheese right
Yeah,
now.
their
I
defense
know
in
that.
general is terrible,
But
which is weird to say about a Baltimore team.
it really is.
But I'm going to go. I cannot go against Lamar Jackson right now. He is just.
Okay.
He's just playing out of his mind.
All right. We'll put you down for Balti. I'm going to go with the upset here. Do I ever pick against Pittsburgh?
Never. I just don't think you want your sister mad at you.
That must be it. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. And I agree with you, Wheels. I mean, Lamar Jackson's playing on
Oh,
he's he's on a different freaking planet.
yeah.
He really
Yes.
is.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm giving a lot of credit to that Steelers defense, maybe too much.
I'm going to go. Wait, where?
It's
At
in home.
Pittsburgh.
It's at Pittsburgh.
Even if it was in Baltimore, all the waving fans would be in Baltimore. But
I'm going to go. I'm going to go Ravens.
yeah, I'm starting to write Baltimore down because when she struggles like that, she's struggling.
with the
She wants
favorite.
to go upset. Then she's like, I'm going favorite. All right, another fun one. And I said to Wheels before we went on in the air. The first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, I thought Denver was in complete rebuild. I thought Bo Nix was not the right pick in the draft. I will always admit when I'm wrong. Sean Payton has done a good job. That defense is amazing. And Bo Nix fits that
Yeah, he
system
does.
to a T.
He
And
does.
it's at Denver, so we're at Mile High. Kirk Cousins looks great one week,
Oh.
crappy the next. Great the next week. So is he going to be great this week?
I'm going to say no.
So you're going to go with
I'm
Denver.
going with Denver.
I'm going to go Denver.
I think the defense is going to. The Denver defense is going to pressure him all day.
I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to pick Atlanta.
Wow.
I love this next one because do you guys know the number one defense in the NFL? I think that's what Orlovsky said as I was leaving home tonight. If not, they're in the top 2. Because he's like, you're going to list a whole bunch of teams and you're not going to list this team. It is the LA Chargers.
Huh.
That
and
is very
Coach
surprising.
Jim Harbaugh. So we have got the Cincinnati Bengals in must-win
Must.
at the LA Chargers, and it's the Harbaugh effect.
It is.
I mean, seriously, the guy can coach the offensive side, was a hell of a quarterback in his day, but you know what? He can coach up that defense as well. He really can. I can't go against Joe Cool. I can't.
I'm going the Bengals as well because
Okay.
Joe Burrow is alive and well on my fantasy team right now. So
This is the game I'm gonna go against you.
Okay.
Guys. I'll go Chargers.
And I can't wait to see the text I get at halftime. In the game of an offensive or defensive coordinator always gets thrown under the bus. We've got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears visiting Soldier Field. The offensive coordinator for the Bears has been thrown under the bus. Is it his fault, or do we think it's the head coach? And is this an easy win for the Pack?
I think it's the head coach. I think the offensive coordinator was easy to blame.
Yep.
I think it's 50% the head coach and 50% Caleb Williams because I do not
100%.
think he is as good as everyone thought he was.
100%. 100%.
So are we all going Packers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I hate it when they get thrown under a bus.
Yeah.
Those coordinators hate it. And we talked about many game of the week.
Oh, this one's
but
gonna be
this
so
is
good.
the game of the week.
So good.
Kansas City will be traveling. The champs will be traveling to Buffalo, where Josh Allen is probably going to be without Dalton Kincaid.
Yep.
There's a receiver out.
Coleman.
Keon Coleman, who was starting to play well, and Amari Cooper is questionable. I think it's a wrist injury.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill has a wrist injury, and he played, so Amari Cooper, suck it up.
Yeah,
Tape it up.
right?
Tape it up. Tape it
Tape
up.
it up and get the hell out there. We know the kryptonite for the Bills is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'm going Bills.
I'm going to Bills.
So in my household, it's Mama Wheels versus Papa Wheels.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my goodness.
So do I go with Mama Wheels or do I go with Papa Wheels?
Uh-oh.
How many more times can Kansas City keep winning?
I don't. But they find
They
Don't play
do.
well.
No.
They don't play well.
they should be. I don't even know 5-3 at least, right?
Right?
Yep.
There's no way Denver should have lost that game.
Nope.
No freaking way. And Pacheco is coming back, and probably not this week. Definitely not this week. But my point is, they're getting healthy now too.
Yeah.
Which makes it scary.
Yes.
And Mama Wheels is laughing at us.
She
'cause
is.
It does.
Oh, I grew up with everybody. You always said Mama's always right. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
gonna go with Mama Wheels because Mama's always right. So
They are. Mamas are always
my
right.
dad always
It's so
said, "I
true.
don't know, ask your mother." So
Oh, see? He played right into
he
it
did.
then.
He did.
All right, we're going to do some in overtime. We're going to do some quick fantasy whiteboard questions. And I'll try to keep track. You know what we keep forgetting to do?
Is who actually gets
Check
it right?
Who
your
actually gets it right the following week. We got to be better at that, and we'll try to be. We'll try to be. Okay, we're going to go with fantasy football first. More, and this is question 1, and it's A, B, and C.
Okay.
Okay.
More passing. Nope, I take that back. More TDs, passing or rushing. Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
So these are all matchups head to head.
Okay.
So it is passing or rushing.
Okay.
B to that, number 1, Anthony Richardson or Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my
jeez.
God!
Oh jeez.
Wow. Wow.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I'd like to think the veteran can come through one of these times, but I'm not going to give him
But
any
he
props.
didn't even have any touchdowns last game.
Nope.
Neither did Matthew Stafford. And you know what? His was like a 50-game streak he was on.
Yeah,
with at
that's
least
crazy.
one.
You would never think that he would not have any.
It's
Not with those
the-
receivers.
It's the fins up jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah. And part C, Kirk Cousins or Bo Nix.
Oh.
You good, CB?
Yep.
Okay, receiving yards, because I just found out he is active and is supposed to play. Most receiving yards, not touchdowns, receiving yards.
Okay.
On Monday Night Football, Nico Collins or CeeDee Lamb?
Oh. Oh.
That's tough.
Is the sun out?
It shouldn't be. It's Monday night.
Okay.
Okay?
That's true.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
They will be in Jerryland, but
You mean they're not gonna
Put a curtain up?
they're not gonna do a new stadium? Build a new stadium?
next one, rushing yards. Not receiving and rushing, just rushing yards.
Just rushing.
Again, this is a head-to-head. Walker or CMC in the Seattle 49er game?
Ooh.
There are so many
Kenneth
good games this
Walker
week.
or
Holy.
CMC. Rushing yards only, because CMC had a lot of passing yards.
Yeah, he did.
And I think I'm going to just do one in this one. You guys good?
Yep.
Okay, Lamar over under 220 passing yards against the Steelers D.
Ooh.
Passing only, right? Yeah.
Yep, only passing. And because I keep hearing a lot of hype about the Bears defense, Jordan Love over under 2 passing TDs.
Ooh.
And then I got a couple more fun ones, not fantasy.
Okay.
In your eyes, which team, and this is no right or wrong, this is just for the people listening, which team has overachieved the most so far? The Commanders, the Steelers, Vikings, Cardinals, or Chargers? Overachieved. Which player has been the most disappointing? Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Tyreek Hill. I'm going to leave him out. Deshaun Watson
Ugh.
or T. Higgins. Well, I'm not even sure if he's played much. Jen could tell us because he's on our fantasy team. Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Watson, or T. Higgins. And last, what sport do you want to coach the most?
Oh, that's the question.
And what athlete do you want to coach the most within that sport? Any athlete.
Currently?
No, any athlete.
Ever?
Past, present, college, pro.
Oh.
Coaching your favorite sport,
Oh my
and
goodness.
you'd give anything to coach this athlete.
I'm gonna do
Male or female?
I'm gonna do 2.
Okay.
Oh.
I love
so
listening to
hard.
Wheels agonize over here.
I guess, because I don't.
I mean,
God.
I thought I knew your answer, but,
And I chose 2 current ones too.
I mean, I already know.
There's too many
I
past
think I
ones.
know which sport you guys want to coach. I mean, CB's pretty. That was
There's-
pretty easy for me.
There's too many past players, so I went with current players.
All right.
All right.
You can still add to it. More TDs, Jaden Daniels or Hurts? Jalen Hurts.
I have
What
Hurts.
So you both have Hurts.
Yep, Kathy also went Hurts.
Okay.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson, Aaron Rodgers.
I went Richardson.
I said Richardson too.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But we shouldn't pick him up in fantasy, huh?
No, I still don't think he's.
I mean, it was him or Rodgers.
Right? Like, I think if you put him against anybody else, we would have picked the other person, except if it was Daniel Jones.
Oh my
but-
god.
yeah.
Oh my god. Kirk Cousins, Bo Nix.
I went Bo.
I went Bo as well.
Look at you guys. Okay.
I picked up Bo Nix, by the way.
I know because I went to look for him and I went, who the hell picked him up? You know what I'm promised myself I'm going to do? Kyler Murray's on a bye, and I was going Murray, Dak Prescott, and obviously that's not in the equation. And then I lost faith in Murray and went with Matthew Stafford last week. After this bye, I'm just leaving Kyler Murray in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not screwing around.
Yep.
Nico Collins or CD Lamb Monday night for receiving yards?
That one was so hard.
It is.
I went Nico.
I did too.
I
Just
would
because
go
of who's
Nico.
throwing to Lamb.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kathy. Yeah, that's
That's
it.
the only
That's
reason.
it. That's it.
Also, why are they not playing Trey Lance?
I would like to know.
Didn't they play him for like a snap or 2 snaps, and then he was gone?
They played him briefly. He made
Like, what are you doing?
And then
quick
he was gone.
appearance. Quick.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, not rushing and receiving. Kenneth Walker or Christian McCaffrey?
I went Walker.
I went CMC.
I knew you were going to go CMC.
I am a CMC
So
fan.
this is Wheels and CB.
I just love them. I don't know.
Okay, Lamar, 220 passing yards, over, under.
I went under.
I went over.
Ooh. So under for CB and over for Wheels. Jordan Love, over, under, 2 passing TDs.
I did under.
I did under.
Okay. All right.
I think they're going to win like 7-0. Or 10-0 because the Bears' offense is fucking terrible. Terrible!
Which team has overachieved most so far? Commanders, Steelers, Vikings, Cardinals, Chargers. In your mind, obviously, because I look at the Steelers and go, they should be good.
Well, that's how I did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I went by expectations.
Same.
Right.
And to me, the Commanders have overachieved because
Same.
people thought they were a couple years away.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
So you both went Commanders.
Yeah.
Yep. Karen also went Commanders.
Also on Commanders. CBS reporters went Commanders. They went Steelers second, which I don't agree with.
I don't
that.
agree with that
No,
either.
don't
I would
agree.
say
Because-
second would be the Chargers. Because
Yes.
who the hell's on their roster?
Yes.
Like, I
Yeah.
think they're definitely overachieving.
I 100% would have I would have said Commanders and then Chargers. They do have a team that has most disappointed, Jets and the Cowboys. And that's
Yeah,
not shocking.
that's not
there.
shocking at all.
All right, which player has been the most disappointing? Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Watson, or T. Higgins? What say you, my friends?
See, this is, again, I went with expectations.
So did I.
Okay.
So I went Rodgers.
Okay.
I went Lawrence.
You guys went 1 and 2. The CBS pool was Aaron Rodgers first with their reporters and Trevor Lawrence second, followed by Tyreek Hill.
Karen went with Watson. He's a disappointment in life. Valid.
I
Can't-
couldn't go with Tyreek Hill because it's not
Can't
his
argue
fault.
that.
Me too.
No,
Me too.
right.
Like,
Me too.
it's
Right.
not his fault. He played with a quarterback that couldn't throw him the
And
ball.
we all know
Right.
Watson is terrible.
Oh, right. There was no expectations, I think, for Watson going into the season at all anyway. So
The CBS most surprise, which players has been the most pleasant surprise was Jaden Daniels,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry. I'm never
No,
surprised. He's
no,
a stud.
No.
So we're.
I
not
would've
gonna
said
go with
Sam
that.
Darnold.
Sam Darnold
Yeah.
was next. J.K. Dobbins, Darnell Mooney, Chuba Hubbard, big time.
oh my
yeah.
God.
and
Yep.
Tony Pollard, which I can't argue with that one.
When have we heard his name? I feel
Right?
like he disappeared off into Titans land and we haven't heard from him since.
I do want to ask you this one, though. Which team could struggle in the second half? The CBS poll, number 1 was the Steelers. I know they have a tough schedule.
They do have a tough schedule.
Vikings 2, Bears 2. The thing on the Bears is they had the most favorable schedule for the first half
Oh,
of the
they
season.
100%.
They have the hardest schedule in the
Yeah.
second half. So I would put the Bears 1. I don't know about the Steelers. I would never count them out. I really wouldn't. And the team that could struggle, the Falcons, is the
Yes,
one.
agreed.
So what say you? What sport are you coaching, guys?
Soccer.
Shocking.
I could have called that. So this was hard for me.
I know. I'm like, I think she's going to go basketball, but
So I've coached
softball?
both
I know.
basketball
Field
and
hockey?
softball. I will never coach field hockey
Okay,
ever.
that's good. I'm glad I
Ever.
said that. Why is that?
I think it's the dumbest sport ever. No offense to anyone that plays it. I played it.
Girl that leads Otter Valley in goals scored in her career. Okay.
I only played it because we didn't have soccer.
That's right.
So it was
we
either
have established that.
It was either
Okay.
play field hockey or you run cross country. And let's be honest, like nobody runs for fun. Like, I wasn't doing that. So I had to play field hockey.
Okay.
So, and I played in college, but I would never coach it. So I chose basketball.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It was killing you not to go with softball.
It
too.
was.
I thought you were going softball.
It was hard for me
I
because
thought
I've
you were going
coached
softball.
both,
Yeah.
but I like to be active and into it every second of the game, and so
Gotcha.
basketball does that for me.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. Softball coaching has a little lull to it some
Yes.
days, so I'm like,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who are you coaching, CB?
So I just chose current players because too many past players I'd want to, but I went.
Right.
I cheated. I went with two: Rose Lavelle
Okay.
and Naomi Girma.
Who would you pick from the
I'm
past?
the new fangirl for Naomi Girma. The past. Oh gosh, there's so many. Oh man,
I look back, and there are a lot. I'm
there's
like,
so many.
There
who
are.
would you pick from the past?
I would
Let's
coach
just-
Julie Foudy because she's so funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're right.
She would
You're
be
right.
such
You're
a
right.
fun player to
You're
coach,
right.
I think.
I mean, the other Becky Sauerbrunn. She's my number one of all soccer players.
Okay.
She was center. Yeah, center back. She was center back, but I don't know.
Okay.
Tobin Heath, fun. She was fun. Again, ball handler. The defense of the 2015 World Cup,
Okay.
including Hope Solo. So the Hope Solo is
I
Ali
knew you were going to
Krieger.
get Hope Solo in there
I
somewhere.
love her. I
Yeah.
miss her.
It was Hope Solo, Ali
Yeah.
Krieger, Becky Sauerbrunn, Julie Ertz, and Megan
Julie
Chandler.
Ertz.
So, Julie Ertz would have been another one that. I
Oh,
would coach.
Julie Ertz.
So
But then you could have
then-
hung out with Zach Ertz too.
So the defense of the 2015 World Cup.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fair.
Now, did you pick one person? To
I
coach?
picked a male and a female to,
Oh, excellent.
cool.
to coach. I know you know who my male is.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Correct. Like, who would know? Who
Right,
wouldn't
yeah,
want to coach
I
him?
like,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
It'd be the easiest play ever. Just give the ball to MJ and everybody else just get the hell out of the way. And clearly I would coach Caitlin Clark.
Shocking. Shocking.
I'm like, is she going to go out
Yeah.
on a limb and say Paige Beckers?
No.
Diana Taurasi?
So
What do
my
you have against Paige?
my second nothing. I don't have
Okay.
anything against her.
She's just
but it's not Caitlin
but
Clark.
she's not Caitlin Clark.
Not Caitlin Clark.
You want to know actually I had to tie for second. Sue Bird because
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love coaching point guards because I was a point guard.
Yep. Yep. Point guards
And
are
then
fun to coach.
I would have loved to have coached Kate Martin just because she is such a leader. Like
Right.
I feel like every coach craves that player.
You
that
do.
You can count on to be your leader.
You want that extension of your coaching
Yes.
staff
Yep.
out on the floor, and that
Yep.
is
Yeah.
Kate Martin.
Yeah.
What about you, Lori?
Well done.
We know what you cheat.
It
But
would be basketball,
yeah,
of
who would-
course.
Who would you coach?
Who would I? I literally, and I say this person every single time, I would have two. Asia Wilson, but Diana Taurasi, because again, extension of my coaching
Yeah.
staff
Yeah.
is that person out on the floor. She's as fiery as they come, and I know we would have butted heads at times and would have hugged it out at the end of a game, and I love to coach athletes like that.
Yeah.
Her and Gino
All
did
about
that
respect.
Yep,
all the time.
All the time.
about
They
respect.
and then they
Yeah.
hugged it out, laughed, and
Yep.
walked off the court.
Yep.
And I would give anything to coach a player like that. And I have coached some players like that.
Yep.
So I have been blessed in my 24 years of coaching high school ball that I have had some outstanding players. So that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good question.
I mean, one of these
harder
nights
than I
we're going to go
thought.
2 hours instead of an hour
Yeah.
and a half. You know?
Yeah.
So what do we got to look forward to week 11? College football, all the freaking time. The WNBA draft will be set up on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday at 5 p.m. on ESPN to see who gets
The number one
Paige
pick.
Beckers.
Yep.
I'm calling it now.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
there are some
100%.
good players.
There are,
Yeah.
but
There
it
are
is
some real good players.
Like last year's
Very
was
often.
who gets Caitlin. This coming year is going to be who gets Paige.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. And just one little nugget about watch men's and women's college basketball.
Yep.
Because I watched a ton of women's college basketball last weekend. And Tahina Pau is just so freaking fun to watch. It's not even funny. No, you don't cheer for
I
South
do not.
Carolina.
But she is very
But
good.
she's just
Yeah.
fun
Yes.
to watch.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
like, God, I really love watching that kid play. And I'm just going to watch as many Notre Dame games this winter
Yep.
as I possibly can.
Yes.
So enjoy the weekend.
But
Go ahead.
speaking of women's basketball, good luck to all the women in the league. Our Central Vermont Women's Basketball League
There it
starts
is.
Sunday.
Nice.
Good luck to everybody walking and getting out of bed on Monday.
And
Me
a
included.
big shout out to Alicia Hale.
Yes.
Who we have a coworker of ours that is going to
Weird that
be
you
playing
Weird that you call
on
her Alicia.
Wheels
Yes.
team.
Oh, I have to go to a game.
Oh, we're going to go to a
I
game.
will.
We are certainly
I
gonna
will
go
let
to a
you
game.
know. But give it a couple weeks where we get our legs underneath us and we don't
got
need
it.
oxygen. in
Yeah, I have
between.
no brain bandwidth
We're not
right
traveling.
now, so
we're
it's
going
all
to
good.
travel as far as like. Do you play in Williamstown at all? No.
We used to. I have to check.
Okay,
but-
let us know.
Yeah.
I have zero.
And CB, we got to
brain
hit up
cells
Broomball
right now.
next week.
Yep.
Wheels, you're more than
All
welcome to
right.
join us.
I've never seen a game, so I'd
Oh my
love to.
God, ton of fun. That'll be next Friday, though. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy all sports, every day, everything. But can I just tell you this? Watch some sports with your best friend, your four-legged dude.
Yeah.
gal
Oh my God.
next
Yes.
to you. Watch a game with your pup. But again,
Dress 'em
look
up.
at life through a dog's eyes every day, and you're going to have a good day. Have a good rest of the week.